Stop what you're doing and tune in from coast to coast. It's the Howard Hour with your host with the most, Howard 702 LV.
You on mute. Oh, thank you, thank you. See, I was sitting here just did my whole monologue and everything. Hey, that's how. But yes, man, we did the intro. We did the intro. But yes, man, if you don't know what's up, this is your boy HT. I was sitting up to let's get tripping like a kid, untie his shoes, and welcome to the Howard Hour Live. This is a place for me to you. Yes, to be comfortable, and that is a fact. And welcome to all my viewers, man. Yes, man, I love y'all for that. But folks, yes, man. I was just saying when I was on the mute, I was actually talking to myself. Actually, see, I was actually saying, man, this week been a week, folks. Life, and when life, you have to go along with it. You feel me? And I mean, it's that before I even start off the show, man. Condolences, man, to the little cuzzo, man. Jarvis Brister, man. Jr. At that, man, lost his life this week, folks. Senseless gun violence. That's one of my topics I'm gonna be touching on tonight, man. Gun violence is real, folks, and uh, I mean, I don't want to be the advocate to say like, yes, let's sit here and get rid of guns, all this and that, and be the ones that sit here and say like, yeah, give everybody guns. But to really be in the middle a lot of times with gun violence, it's really a a place that you really just have to sit there and just like it makes your stomach turn at times. But not even as that, man. Shout out to this young star, man. He was actually candidate, man, for a scholarship. Not even as that, man, getting ready to do football. But not even as that, man, was getting ready to graduate. And like Nipsey say, man, a bullet don't have no name, man. So RIP, and not even as that, man, to the folks, man, that did the crime. Yes, they. If you watch the news and everything, they all got caught up in everything. I'm not one to wish no harm. Not one to say here and say, "Oh, wish this happened." And all this. Find yourself. Find yourself. Especially in this day and age, y'all are all young, and you possibly threw away your life. And I don't say that in no like negative way. I say that in a way of everybody like lost somebody in this situation. And this is like a time and place where this is really showing. But not even is that, man. When I say life is life, and that really happens with sometimes when we have the positive, man. Sometimes we have the negative. But not even is that, man. Sending condolences to the Brister family. But not even is that, folks. With this week, man, we've been seeing some stuff that's been going on all over the world, man. Usually when y'all be seeing me up here by myself and by my lonesome, it's like serious mode. I get like all like Richard Pryor. I get like, hold on, get back in get in my seat, get my feet up, and everything. But man, I don't know. This just been weighing on my heart, man. Because I say, usually, I have the guests up and everything with this format. But one of the topics I did really want to touch on is gun violence, man. And yes, folks, I know. We sit here and we use a lot of aspects of like using guns and everything. We play with them. Hey, I know a lot of us love to get on Call of Duty. A lot of us loves to get on uh Rumble on here and everything. But not even just that, like we love population one. I love to get on here and go to the range. And I mean, it's a stress factor. A lot of people, if you really go shooting and everything, that sometimes like you love to work on your aim. You love to see like different type of weapons, caliber. It's just not always about trying to aim to kill something. But what I say about with gun violence, folks, gun violence affect everybody because when guns get into the wrong hands, and when I say the wrong hands, I just don't say about like thing with color. I just don't say about a thing with about age, all this. I say about a thing with being inexperienced with a firearm. And in this day and age, a lot of times that inexperience is really being shown with these calibers of like guns that are being used in gun violence, man. And I say this to say, folks, these situations that are going on are having like the type of like format, the type of artillery, the type of stuff that goes on that you will only see about, again, like I just said earlier, like Call of Duty type stuff, or you're watching a movie, and you see the famous, rifle comes up. These types of guns are being able to be passed through hands of just regular civilians, folks. And the thing that strikes me the most with this whole aspect, man, is folks, like gun violence is real. And experience with arms is so real because anybody can get hurt. Just like a prime example, like a situation I just told you about, man. In situations we have like kids bringing these type of arms to schools. Yes, again, I say to schools, public facilities that are not even supposed to have even a fathom thought about, even worrying about having something happen like this. But we are in the day and age now, folks, when arms are becoming accessible. You could now, excuse my French, you could damn near now make a damn gun all in 3D, all from a 3D printer machine. No, I'm not sitting here telling you how to do it. No, I'm not sitting here and go and look up workless and all that. I'm saying that is a scary factor that is going on, man, right now, because in this day and age, everybody wants to be the next somebody. And I'm not saying about just the viewers like, oh, hey, you want to have this or whatever. But no, I'm saying this younger generation, folks, it's something else, man. It's really something else. And I'm not even saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that in a way of we have to show direction, y'all. This generation will only do what they're taught. They will only do what they're shown. And if we're not showing them like, man, hey, this is the way that you could capitalize, this is the way that you could thrive, this is the way that you could rise as one nation, guess what? They're not gonna see that accommodations to really, showcase that factor. But they always seeing like, hey, we're killing each other, stealing from each other, doing this all and everything to each other. And I'm not even talking about no race thing, no thing about with numbers, none of that. I'm talking about with humans, man. Gun violence affect everybody. We watch our favorite shows. You see it all through TV. You see it all through entertainment. We watch our favorite shows. Each show that we ever watch, man, they have an episode about gun violence. About the proper precautions, not the proper precautions, but what do you do if you've seen a gun? Or you have to watch the news, folks, to see about a child improperly getting a gun and harming herself or harming others in their home. Or then you have problems like this when you have kids fighting, man. Kids fighting, man. To sit here and try to prove something to what? Who has the biggest gun? And I said that folks, I'm not going to sit there and just dwell on this and that. I mean, but I'm saying with gun violence, folks, we really have to look at more proper precautions. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, we have to lock up everything and do this and do that, but no, we have to have more proper precautions of keeping, this type of thing from happening. And we have to go through the proper channels. I mean, it's more easy now to get a gun than it is to get a diploma. I'll let that sink in for a minute. It is really scary the time that we're in. But this is one thing that I always push. This is one thing I always do. This is one thing I always say. Every dark day has a light, though. Just like I'm saying, out of this whole situation, man, I'm hoping that all parties involved can find a reason of light. The ones that end up doing this whole factor, and everything, I hope again that you find yourself. But not even as that, man. I hope this factor just don't go on to somebody else, nature, or even hurting or affecting somebody's family. But man, not even this that, folks. Not even this that, man. We've been going on with this week going on. Man, I've been watching the news, man, and everything like that, man. I had to sit back and see something that went back on in my hometown, man, in Vegas. I'm sitting here, usually, man, we all went through the party phase. We all went through, being in an abandoned fields, probably abandoned farmhouse, abandoned houses, buildings, etc. Throwing parties. We all came up. I was in the era of, Project X parties. I was watching the news, folks, that man found out that a woman, well, homeowner and everything in Las Vegas, on a good side of town, was actually away on some business or so and got a call from the police. And the police asked, "Hey, you got a noise disturbance going on. What's going on at your house?" Ooh, excuse me. And the woman she said it thought it was a joke and everything, saying she's out of town. Like, what do you mean a disturbance? I'm not doing anything. I found out that over 200 kids, teenagers, yes, folks, broke into this lady's house and threw a party. Yes, man, the party flood all the way to social medias. People all around was recording it, and not even as that, the neighbors, I guess, end up calling police to come in and handle. And police came and just escorted half of the party out. People was running all through backyards. But the thing that made me like really perk up to the whole thing, like I was just like saying to earlier, not nobody in that situation had a gun or got caught with a gun. It's crazy, like certain factors that you could be at that it's like you have to watch out for certain facilities that will host that. And especially in a scenario just like that facility, that type of environment can host that. But not even just that, but what I'm saying too, but 200 kids break into somebody's house and then throw a party. Some people, well, will call that epic. Some people call that, oh man, that's it. That's a promoter's dream. But then you have to worry about, man, that is crazy. The house damage, man. Now somebody have to come home to their house being vandalized, being now from a sense of security. And this is what I'm saying now about, man, with a sense of direction, we can really show like, hey, you can go to a field right here or so, or like throw a party, or not even just that. Be the famous big brother or big sister style, like, hey, we can facilitate this party here, but we're not doing nothing about it. Hey, we're not doing all this, give you alcohol, none of that. Like, it's different methods that we could always uphold and do, folks. But not even just that, man. With this, I want to tether it to like how technology can really be used like in aspects like this. I feel like if we showcase more with this VR technology, especially with gun violence, I think it would be like more of like a broader approach. Like one of my favorite movies is Tales from the Hood. And Tales from the Hood does like a whole little sensory like deprivation thing, like where They was like trying to take away like all the impulses of this individual that was like a rowdy, individual. Like, hey, like rah rah, all about like the life. Hey, like just to not care. And one of the things they did, like it kept putting images all in their face and everything. I feel a lot of times, like with people who be using guns and everything improperly and all that, you should put them on the headset and like you should do a training course each time you improperly use the gun or so. Like, hey, if you have the bodysuit on or so, hey, you get a not surgical, but energy pulse. The little shock. And I'm saying that in terms of not like saying, oh, they have the like. This is terms of like learning, tethering aspect, just like vice versa. I say with a party aspect. You know how many times I've been to a great, great, great party on the VR on this wonderful headset that we're on right now. But not even just that, man. Like in this day and age, we can learn from so many different facilities, so many different spots. But not even as that, man, we can come together and do stuff together. Like, hey, party in the metaverse. Probably get some kids age. Like, hey, they can even facilitate their own event, like having some headsets set up. Like in so many different ways. I don't know if I just think ahead or if I just think differently, but I know that I think mentally. And but not even just that, man, not to even steer off track, folks, not even to steer off track. But I'm gonna get ready to say this, man. I am happy to really bring this up forward and to say, man, your boy here got nominated. Yes, 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 man. Nominated for one of the awards at the Augie 2025, presented at AWE, you feel me? For Best Content Creator Award, man. And when I say about like just this week, just been like, this life, and man, you got the positive and then you have the negative, man. That's one of the positives of this week, man. And I'm so happy, man. So I really need y'all folks, man, to get your votes in. I will put the link in the comments below, man. I will also like show instruction like how you can vote and everything. You feel me? But not even just that, man. Y'all could go through there too and check out the wonderful other categories. Categories that's on there, and you can go and pitch your vote in. There's some wonderful, wonderful nominations out there. You feel me? And man, this is a wonderful event that's getting ready to go on. If I'm not mistaken, voting is open until May 14th. Yes, 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 man. So make sure that you go and put those votes in. Go put them in. Again, Augie Awards 2025 that is going down at the All Expo. Yes, and if you don't know what all is the Augmented World Expo, man, that is going on. That hey, I was able to start my first journey traveling with this technology stuff actually last year with going to AWE, man, and now to really sit here and be happy to have a year later now to go as a nominee or a nominee, how you'll say it. Yes, 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 man. It's something so fun, so superb to see. But not even as that, man, is what brings me to like one of my next things I was getting ready to talk about, man, with having a consistent base. I know, I know you think I'm blowing all over the place right now, but no, I'm tying this all in. Because I talked about with gun violence, I talked about also with learning aspect. So now I talked about with this consistent base. With this consistent base, I mean, being on here for so long, you can start with proper qualities and sit in right now, like how I'm doing. I can sit here and have time to myself right now and just say, this is what I'm feeling to say to you. And I build up a platform where I'm able to showcase that because this is comfortability. To be consistent at something, you have to also show that you want to do it. And folks, you can do whatever you put your mind to, especially with a consistent basis. Like my people that work out, just like my people that love to go and check out the new craze, or my people who love the shoes, clothes, etc. Consistency is the key, man. And I had to learn that into an aspect, especially too, like with what I do right now. This is my venting. This is my therapy. This is also my time that I'm able to, hey, sit back and listen, sit back and observe, but not even as that, sit back and learn from our society. because consistency is a key, man. I'm so happy to do this every week. But no, I mean, it's that, man. I'm happy to go on here. Before I even do my show, I love to go world hopping. Just go check out the new worlds, everything that's new. Especially, shout out to all the developers and everything that just dropped their new, mobile games for the new, showcase that we got coming up for Meta Horizon and the competition, man. And hey, it's some games out there, man, that I've been on here playing, man, that is really so cool to see, man. And it started with somebody being consistent. And man, when we in this day and age about being consistent, you have so much that you can learn with that. And when I'm saying about this learning aspect, I feel like that the VR is showcasing that. I'm not hate to sound like a radio player, but yes, you're gonna be hearing me say this until I go to AWE. But XR is mainstream. And when I say that, man, it is really mainstream to a point that it is everywhere. XR stayed consistent. That's what I look at this aspect about with VR. You can stay to a consistent base and you see that you grow with it, but not with growing with it. You see what grows within it. Again, we was on this aspect, folks, when there was no legs at all. And we only had box faces and we had flip phones to now you're able to sit here and go way beyond the limit, build what dreams are beyond you, and not even as that, have probably the next greatest, best game, best idea, but not even as that, a creativity spot that comes in from being consistent on technology that you learned on technology that you learn from, and that you probably use as a outlet. That's what I mean. I tied that all in, like real life tethering. But no, man, when I say this, man, I say this to say, man, like we have to like come together more, folks, and teach more. Teach more to reach more. With that teaching, no more, man, more people can reach more. Like I don't know if it's just like the positive side of me, man. Like, but I just want this to spread. I want this to spread. I want this to spread beyond nations, beyond lands, but beyond ages. Like that's what technology is supposed to do. Technology is used here to enrich others, thrive, adapt, compute, and make reality possible. And we do that, man, with the our fingers at the keys. But not even as that, man. I just had to do my little, how I call it in the metaverse, my state of the union. But not even as that, man. I'm gonna always end with something positive, man, and you can stay true at what you're doing. With you staying true at what you do, you can see consistency as the key. But not even as that, you can see about you can learn from something that you never even done before. To hey, you could probably pass on this information that can go way beyond ages, way beyond longevity. But not even as that, it could go on to the next person that could sit there and learn from it, adapt from it, and probably hey, do the same thing that you're doing from it. And that's thriving. You feel me? But yes, man. Yes, man. Next week we will be having an elegant show. Elegant show. Y'all will be seeing one of my guests. I got a surprise though. Y'all, this guest, man, y'all been seeing them all over, like literally popping up everywhere. And we got him coming through the stage on the Howard Hour. But not even as that, man. I want y'all to really stay great at what y'all do. Stay true at what y'all do. You feel me? But man, up until next time, y'all see me doing what I gotta do, and that's to stay true to y'all. And I want y'all to say the same aspect to yourself, man. But up until next time, this is your boy HT Howard 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untie his shoes. Thank y'all for rocking with me because I rock with you. And hey, go out there and do something great. Go spread positivity. That's the thing to be. You feel me? And only we can make this blow up like the way it's supposed to be. But up until next time, your presence is the present. And we're gonna have to make this go where it has to go. Everybody's a somebody. But let's go. Let's go.